A new Phantom Blade Zero collaboration in Fortnite has officially been announced, and a brand new teaser, this time for Tetris X Fortnite in Chapter 7 Season 4. So in today's YouTube video, I'll be telling you absolutely everything you need to know. Firstly, since we actually have the Phantom Blade Zero cosmetics right here, I thought let's just start out with this one, and then in the video talking about Tetris because it's a little bit of a smaller topic. We have 3 cosmetics, technically 2 because the pickaxe is part of the back bling. So we have the Soul Fortnite outfit right here, the description of a frame swordsman caught in intrigue with only 66 days left to live, has a custom idle animation. I really love the aesthetics of this. Like, if there was any game I was to purchase on the Epic Game Store for a bonus outfit in Fortnite, it would be this one right here. However, I still would rather prefer to buy it on like Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, somewhere else instead of the Epic Game Store. But the skin looks really nice. And of course, in the default area where the idle pose is, you're actually able to see his eye through the cut on the top of the hat there. As you can kind of see when we zoomed in, you didn't really see it too well, but whenever you're just kind of chilling in the lobby, you'll be able to see that pretty well. And then here's the front and back design. Looks pretty nice, but of course, as I mentioned, this is part of the Phantom Blade Zero X Fortnite collaboration. Now, we also have the Sanguine back bling right here, the description of forged of mysterious metal. Sanguine strikes with brutal weight and incredible power. This one is going to be one of those things where whenever you have the pickaxe actually equipped, the top half right here is going to be, out of the actual back bling, and you'll only have kind of like the bottom sheath part actually in your back. But we also have the Sanguine itself with the exact same description. You can see the design they've got going on. It looks pretty nice. And then if we go ahead and equip it real quickly to go ahead and hit with it, you can see the hit effect and the trail. Looks super nice, super clean cosmetics overall, and it's something that you'll be able to go ahead and pick up very, very soon. Now, if you're someone who wants to go ahead and get these cosmetics early, you want to in fact have this on your account right now, you can, but that's only for pre-purchases or official purchases of Phantom Blade Zero on the Epic Game Store, which will grant you all these cosmetics, and it'll be something you'll be able to use in game. Now, keep in mind, Phantom Blade Zero is around like a $60 to $70 game, so if you're someone who's planning to buy it for just a skin, on the Epic Game Store, at least try to play the game, right? Because it would be not worth it. Because if you want to pick it up in the item shop, you would be able to starting October 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time until November 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a price of 1,600 V-Bucks. I know down here it says 2,300, but that is just because we have like the placeholder price, because if they sold a back bling separately from the pickaxe, it would have been 2,300. However, of course, since it's technically a bundle, you get it as 1,600. But if you want to purchase it, you have to wait basically a whole another month until October in order to go ahead and pick this up, and it'll be in the shop for basically a week, and then it can return later down the line. But it's something where it looks pretty cool. It's super nice looking. It's a really clean cosmetic set, I would say, even if it's just, a skin and pickaxe and back bling. And it's something that even though, I don't want to purchase the game on the Epic Game Store, I could see myself putting some V-Bucks on here or trying to grind out Save the World before the end of October in order to pick this up entirely for free. Now, of course, this isn't the only thing to talk about, however, because on top of this, we have to talk about Tetris X Fortnite. You can see a video on screen right now, and of course, we're going to kind of go through it. This one is a little bit of a smaller teaser and came out later in the day than we actually expected, but a few things we can see here. We have the typical like hack effect thing going on, but this time we don't have one lobby hack, we have 2. We have Don't Block Me and Let's Block and Roll, both of which are accepted as lobby hacks, and it initializes the Tetris protocol. We start off where we can actually see Pilly, which I noticed Pilly's like the mascot for all of these videos recently, but we start off right here. You can see Pilly actually throwing down some Tetris pieces. He didn't throw down all of the ones that dropped on the ground. He only dropped like an L piece. If we can like pause it properly here, you can kind of see it. It's just like an L piece that gets thrown down, but it actually ends up spawning 2 different pieces, one of which kind of looks like it's in the ground. And then where that actually is dropped down and where it spawns in, it will have different Tetris pieces falling from the sky, of which makes me think that my video where I actually mentioned that one thing they could do with the Tetris pieces is make it so it falls down from the sky, breaks builds, it could actually crush players and deal damage to them. And it appears I was right? It appears based on this small little 5 to 6 second glimpse that I was right, and that is what we're going to be seeing with this Tetris part of the collaboration. Now, of course, there's nothing else to really talk about here. There's nothing that shows like a Tetris skin or anything. A lot of the things they've been showing so far hasn't even been cosmetics, right? When it comes to Sonic, when it comes to Tetris, when it even comes to 99 Nights in the Forest, we haven't really seen cosmetics. We've only really seen gameplay, but it's going to be interesting to see how this works. And you can see right here that it's about to get thrown. But if you also look in the background, we can see there's a lot of different Tetris pieces already placed down on the island. So it appears like this area is going to be kind of Tetrisified, you know, with a lot of Tetraminos just kind of sitting around. You can even see that these don't appear to be related to the mythic item, because over on the top right, for example, that L piece actually has a chest on top of it. And I do believe this is over by Sunken Shores, if I remember correctly. I think so. Yeah, it does look like Sunken Shores. So this looks like it to be something that's going to be like at the bottom middle of the map underneath Sinister Strip, where we're going to be seeing a Tetris themed POI. And then even, you know, right here as everything spawns in and we get glitches, you can kind of see a little bit of a glimpse of the surrounding area of like the POIs and everything just from right there. It doesn't really look like there's too many changes. I can't tell if that's a building kind of like in the bottom left or something that's brand new, or if that's like an old thing. But overall, it looks to be a pretty solid effect, and it makes me wonder, how are they going to fully play out this next season? Because if it's going to be gaming legends related, you know, have tons of gaming mythics and POI changes and stuff like that, which appear to be on the current Chapter 7 Season 4 or Chapter 7 Season 3 map, then what are the cosmetics going to be like? What is the loot pool going to be like? What are some of those other things that we have not yet seen? Until next time, however, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys next time with another upload. So until then, peace out.